Yesterday, I had this idea. What if I turned on my camera and did a live stream and asked people to share their names and their stories, and then I wrote something for them right there on the spot? At first, I thought, this is kind of a neat idea, something new to try. And then I realized it was rooted in something so much deeper than that. It was rooted in my story. As a kid who struggled to speak out loud, writing and making things was a huge part of how I learned to communicate and connect with others. Even the words in this video were written down first before I read them out loud. And as a teenager, I felt the same way when I first picked up a guitar. My grandfather handed it to me, and in that moment, I felt God Himself say to me, "Morgan, you are going to do something with this. Use this instrument to connect with others." This moment in my life was pivotal, and it changed the way I saw creativity forever. I began to see songwriting and poetry and music as a way to share good and encouragement with others. Anytime I would make anything, I would make it with a certain person in mind. And even if I was inspired to create, but I couldn't think of anyone in particular, I would literally make up a person on the spot and a story, and I would give them a name. This is the only way I know how to create. And that's what I did yesterday when I did this live stream, asking people to share their name and their stories. I wasn't able to get to every single request, but for the ones I was able to do, I was so grateful that what I wrote and created resonated with them. Even though I've been writing like this for years, I had never done a live stream like this before, and it inspired me to do this again and again, to write the names of those who have a story to tell, to write letters in the form of art and poetry and stories and music to encourage others to keep going and to keep telling their story. And I plan to do more like this. And not because I think that I'm just the most creative person or the best artist, but I believe that taking the time to think of others is important, and we can do that with our creativity. So I'd love to challenge you too. How can you encourage others in the moment in creative ways? Think of the song, the poem, the story, the work of art that encouraged you when you needed it the most. What can you make? What can you do to encourage someone like that too? Everyone we encounter has a story to tell, and I believe it is up to us to keep encouraging one another to tell it.
I pray it's your glory that they see, and